Hi, my name is Lionel. I'm doing a review today of Big Brother 19. Episode, which is episode 5. So, basically, here's what happened. This is the eviction episode, first official eviction of the season. And basically starts off with the recap of what happened from the previous episode, which saw Christmas, get backdoored, to be nominated next to Jillian, and saw, an attempt of Paul, the attempt that Josh made to try to backdoor Paul first. But obviously that didn't work because Paul had the 3 weeks of safety. So the two of them are both pissed the fuck off. At this point, Paul feels betrayed. Paul and Christmas both feel betrayed by their alliance. They both feel that everybody else in the alliance knew something, so they're pissed off. They're like trying to find out who knew this, who knew what. Jessica seems to be like they're not believing a word she says. Even though she kind of had no clue pretty much on what's going on, like everybody else, because Cody doesn't, talk to anybody. And the alliance basically is all pissed off, including Jessica. All of them are pissed off at Cody. So you see Cody, go up, Cody basically, is having a conversation with Christmas right afterward. They go upstairs, they talk. Christmas basically calls him a fraud, which is what he is anyway. They go in, exchanging words back and forth. Cody's trying to explain his reasoning, which makes no fucking sense. I can't even say what he said. I can't even explain it because it makes no damn sense. Christmas is basically pissed off. She storms off. What happens now is that Paul's downstairs trying to talk to people. He's pissed off because he's like, why y'all didn't tell me? They're like, look, all the people that were in that alliance were like, look, we didn't know a damn thing. So then, basically what happens now is, Christmas is kind of like, all right, who knew what or whatever. She's saying the same thing. And let's see, what happens is that, his allies start to turn on him. They're like, all right, Cody's allies are starting to turn on him. They're like, we might need to get rid of him. They're considering keeping Christmas at this point because they're like, this guy betrayed us and put us in a bad spot. Paul is trying to be the puppet master at this point and say, look, let's just cut our losses and get rid of Cody. I believe he says that. He goes in there and says, let's keep Christmas or whatever, something like that, and then get rid of Cody. And then, alright, sorry about that. I have to pause it for a second. Basically what happens next is that, they're both talking to everyone. Everyone's telling them, look, we all had nothing to do with this. Now, basically, they're all in the room next to the bathroom. Like Cody's alliance, they're discussing what they should do. Jessica's like, look, there's no way I can vote for Christmas because I know Christmas is coming after Cody, and I'm guilty by association, so there's no way it makes any sense for me, me and Jessica, to keep Christmas around. So they're discussing, going back and forth, what they should do. Because they're starting to get a change of heart. Afterwards, now, the next thing, we look at my notes. And now, basically, Paul, is campaigning hard to keep Christmas. They're showing him going around to everyone. And all of a sudden now, Christmas gets hurt. Christmas now, and the rodeo guy, what's his name? Jason. Christmas and Jason, she had it where she was like, riding on his back or whatever. They're running. They go outside the backyard. She falls. They slip. She falls and breaks her foot. Had like some torn ligaments in her foot. So she got taken out the game. She had to leave. So what ended up happening is eventually she comes back, but she's on crutches. So basically at this point she's a one-legged woman pretty much, but a hot one-legged woman. So what happened is, basically, even though it seems at this point, what's his name? Mark wants to stand by Cody at this point. He still wants to be loyal to the alliance, but the other ones are starting to more flip. Specifically, what's his name? Matt. He's starting to more flip. He's starting to be the one that seems to be turning the most. Because he's really pissed because he's like, look, they put us in a bad position. So now what happens is that Cody at this point thinks he's done nothing wrong. And Jillian basically gets no fucking TV time. Even though she's nominated, the girl gets no fucking TV time. I don't even remember seeing her on this fucking episode. So basically now, live eviction starts. And with the live eviction, pretty much, Christmas gives her speech where she basically calls out Jessica, and Cody looks directly at him, calls him out for basically being frauds and phonies. She basically said that you all should keep me because I'll be loyal to you. Stuff like that, while calling out Cody and Jessica at the same time. Cody and Jessica at this point are pissed. Like, I feel Cody at some point is going to snap. This guy has mental issues. This guy literally thought he did nothing wrong. He thought he did not betray Christmas. This guy, something's wrong with him. And Jessica clearly likes bad boys. This is a fact. At this point, she's a fucking idiot. She likes bad boys. She likes the asshole. You could tell. And let me know what y'all think about that. Now, what ended up happening next is you got the live vote. And at this point, I'm like, Christmas is probably fucking going home at this point. And, but before that, they show a segment where Christmas is outside. Mark is, wanted to go talk to her because when Christmas came back from the injury, he basically gave her the cold shoulder. So he felt bad about that. So he goes to her, they're talking outside on the couch, helps her with some pillows so she could rest her foot and leg on. And basically what happens is, he starts to break down crying because he feels bad for how he treated Christmas when Christmas was nothing but nice to him the entire time. So we're seeing an emotional side of Mark, a side that we haven't seen up until this point. Then again, it's only been a few episodes. So they're crying, they embrace, they hug, and they're both. I think Christmas was crying a little bit, but look at Mark. I think was maybe even crying more, but which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. So basically now they go to commercial break, they come back, Julie Chen is like, this could come down to one vote. So they all go in the diary room. Basically, here's how the votes go. I'll read to you how the votes go. Jessica's the first one to go in, she votes to evict Christmas, so obviously one vote to evict Christmas at this point. Jason, the rodeo guy, he goes in. I'm thinking it would be smart for him to vote out Jillian. He says, no, I'm voting out Christmas. The reason why I think he's doing it because he said early in the show, they showed a clip of when he said he wanted to keep his word to Cody. What a fucking idiot this rodeo guy is. I was starting to like him on the last episode, but he's a fucking buffoon. So there's 2 votes to evict Christmas. Now you got Kevin, Matt, Raven, and Paul. In that order with the next 4 to go. They all voted the same way. They voted to evict Jillian. So it's 4 votes to evict Jillian, 2 votes to evict Christmas. Goes to commercial break, comes back. Ramses is like the most annoying fucking character in this fucking season. He's absolutely annoying. Instead of going in there to just give a vote, he's fucking saying all to the bullshit. Oh my god, is he fucking annoying. At this point, I like Paul more than him. I never thought I'd say that. But Ramses votes to evict Christmas. So it's 3 to 4. With Jillian getting 4 votes to be evicted. At this point now, Alex comes in, she votes to evict Christmas. So, you got her voting to evict Christmas, then you got Elena, Mark, and Josh. This shocked me. Josh didn't shock me because he said earlier he was voting for Christmas. He was voting out Jillian. But then you had Mark and Elena both vote to evict Christmas going against Cody. Now, they never show, the way they made it look like they were leaning towards siding with Cody. They didn't necessarily want to vote out Christmas, but the way they made it look, and Big Brother did a great job of the editing, they kind of made it look like they were more siding with Cody, even though they were conflicted. I thought the other day they'd just side with Cody, because that's usually how it works in Big Brother a lot of time. You'll see them conflicted, but they end up siding with, their alliance person or whatever. So it's basically 8 votes to 4. Jillian gets evicted. She's shocked. Cody and Jessica are pissed at this point. And Jillian basically said she never saw it coming. Blames Paul for it. She thinks Paul stirred everything up. And basically, Jessica and Christmas get into a shouting match where basically it looked like if it was going to come to... She basically got up in Christmas's face. So I'm not some wannabe tough chick. And they're getting into it. You see Cody and Mark, was talking, but they was more talking calmly, but couldn't remember what they said. So the 8-to-8 competition basically is appearing, but it's one of those competitions where we won't find out until the next episode who wins. So leave your comments, rate, subscribe, and see you till next time.